Welcome back to the channel, and in this video we're getting a first look at Married at First Sight, the Unmatchables, and we're going to meet the singles. So if you're new here, hit that subscribe button, turn on your notifications. If you like the video, smash that like button, and also drop a comment down in the comment section below because I like to engage with my viewers and subscribers. So let's jump into this video. So, since the beginning of the show, there have been almost 70,000 people who have signed up to find their chance at love, but only a few have been chosen. And of course, from what we've seen out of the 11 seasons so far, there have been many couples that have been able to find love throughout this 8-week experiment. And I mean, even for season 11, they actually had more than 8 weeks. But, at the end of the day, these are the couples that we, of course, saw that succeeded with the process. We're currently now in season 12. As we all know, it's a little bit crazy this season, but this is their main core part of their franchise. Then, of course, there's Married at First Sight Couples Cam, which is kind of following through with the couples that stayed together. And now they have the new spinoff, Married at First Sight Unmatchables. So let's meet the ladies first. So our first lady is Ashley, who is a pastor's daughter, and it seems she has some codependency issues to overcome with her roommate, which definitely makes it hard to get close with a man. She also has issue with bad gas, and she hasn't kissed a man in 11 years, and she hates being intimate. So this is going to be interesting to see how the experts work with her to help her find love. So next we have Danielle, who is a conspiracy theorist. She believes that the earth is flat, monogamy is a scam. Her eye is always wandering and looking for the next best thing. And it makes it hard for any guy to take her seriously. And she seems to be really open and will welcome multiple husbands in her marriage. So this is going to be interesting. Is she able to settle down with one guy or not? So next we have Evan Nicole. She is an entrepreneur who's a successful hairdresser, and she says she is a boss in business and bossy in relationships. Sounds like Brianna from season 12. Her impatience leads her to interrogating men on their first date, so she gives them the third degree. She even FaceTimes and eats full meals on the toilet to save time, and she needs a serious lesson in manners, especially when it comes to bathroom etiquette. So we'll see if they can find a man who can deal with the bossiness and eating in the bathroom. So next up is Gabrielle, and this young lady has a great sense of humor, especially over virtual conversation. She can be brutally honest and judgmental in person. She has never been on a date that didn't take place over a text. And it seems that the experts is going to have to help her become more vulnerable so that she can turn her relationships through text into actual real relationships. So we'll definitely see how they work that with her. So next up is Megan, and this girl loves junk food. She's hoping that the experts can help her break down her walls and work on trust issues. She also only eats chicken nuggets and mac and cheese. So she's kind of the combo package of Jacob and Haley from season 12. As you know, Haley has her trust issues and Jacob only eats steak and eggs. So that's going to be interesting. And she's looking for a man who can also keep up with her competitive nature. So we'll see if the experts can find someone for her. Okay, so now we have Renise, and she has some strong requirements when it comes to sex, politics, and literature. And if she's on a first date and it don't hit the mark, she's out of there. And she also loves wizardry, magic, sexual bondage. And she says a relationship is not fun unless she's getting spanked while reading a fantasy novel. Now, I'm interested to see who they can find for her. I also got a chance to hear her in the clubhouse, so she seems like a really nice person. So I'm looking forward to seeing her on the screen. So last but not least, with the women, we have Stephanie. And Stephanie is looking for that husband that's going to be a provider, pay for the upkeep of her attire and appearance and her expensive lifestyle. Although she has been single for almost over 10 years, she has no idea why it's so hard, for a man to treat her like a princess that she believes she is. So it's going to be up to the experts to see if they can find that prince or that king who can treat her like a princess or a queen. So let's talk about our guys. The first guy is Brandon, and he seems to be living a double life. He also has an alter ego by the name of Legend, and Legend is living his best life. He is a club promoter. He has a party all day type of lifestyle, and it doesn't really leave time for him to pursue any type of relationships that's meaningful. So he's going to need the experts to help him decide which life will give him the love that he wants. So our next handsome guy is a guy that prefers the company of dead people. Why? He's a funeral director in training. His regimented lifestyle and the preference that he has toward looks and how a woman smell have kind of blinded him from any potential relationships. And he's hoping that the experts are going to help him relax and kind of smell the roses instead of him smelling his dates. So we're going to see if which scent will win. So let's talk about Caleb. Caleb values looks over love, and especially his own looks. He doesn't believe in any conversation because according to him, all he needs is a smile to get a date. The experts is probably going to have to help him look past the physical and kind of work on the skill of communication before he falls in love. So we'll see if he can get past face value and find a deeper connection with someone. So let's talk about Chaz. Chaz is helping people. He's an ICU nurse. He's very successful of caring for people, but when it comes to the matters of the heart, he has a difficult time digging deep. Chaz is a serial dater with superficial tendencies, and he settles into any relationship as long as they look good next to him, but fails at trying to get to know them on an intimate level until it's a little bit too late, a day late and a dollar short. So hopefully he's another one like the previous guy who maybe the experts can help him look at a substance of a woman outside of the physical. So let's talk about Clyde. And one thing Clyde is known for around his friends is being a neat freak or a clean freak. Clyde is looking for a woman whose house is so clean it smells like a swimming pool that you can even eat off the floor. He seems to be this lovable cuddle bear, but he has an obsessive nature that tends to scare away any potential of living with a woman. So the experts are definitely going to have to try to see if they can get him to relax a little bit and, not to be so, I would say, uptight according to what we know of Mr. Clyde. Okay, so Irvin is one of our older gentlemen who have been engaged 4 times, and each of those engagements, of course, have been broken. Irvin is what you would call a runaway groom. And at the first signs of trouble, he just cut and run. He's a fitness trainer, so he's definitely into a healthy lifestyle. And, he fails to see that his dating habits are the opposite of healthy. So obviously there's some commitment issues possibly with Irvin from what we're seeing. So the experts are definitely going to have to see what they can do to help him find love when it comes to that. So we'll have to see. So let's talk about Niraj. Niraj loves robots, and he works on them too. He's a mechanical engineer consultant who is also rigid. To him, when it comes to women, they are numerical variables in one large mathematical equation. He has been a confirmed bachelor for a few years, And he thinks he know it all, and he believes that he knows exactly who's the perfect woman that's right for him. With that being said, why are you asking the experts if you already know? So hopefully the experts will be able to help him narrow this down, and not with a numerical equation. So next up is Sam. And Sam got some confusion going on, whether it's his wardrobe, his career path, and even in dating. He has definitely some wild styles, mood changes, and for him, it's hard to take a grip of what his true goals are, and in regards to his personality. Sam tends to think he's the life of the party, but he's also seen as being too much to handle when it comes to dating. So we'll definitely have to see what happens with Sam, and if he can kind of, bring it down to see who he can find. So next up is Frank, and Frank is always thinking many, many steps ahead. Frank fails to live in the moment. He's always thinking about plan B, C, D, E, and F. He's also afraid to be judged by others. He overthinks everything when it comes to relationship, and it tends to make him look like a worrywart when it comes to things like that, and more about satisfying what his parents' standards are than his own. So we'll definitely see what the experts are going to do by kind of help him get out of his own head and kind of just smell the roses and stay in the moment. So there you have it. There's our 16 singles, 9 men, 7 women on Married at First Sight, Unmatchables, which will be starting after season 12 ends, which debuts Wednesday, April 21st at 9 p.m. Central, 10 Eastern. So I'm looking forward to it. Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section. I really want to know what you think about our new singles for this spinoff. And until the next video, like, comment, and subscribe, and we will see you soon.